both of our and we're being recorded. I want to introduce you to our two presenters today. Joellen Green is a math, statistics, and computer science teacher for over 17 years at Fresno City College. And her partner, Monique Kelly, has also been teaching at Fresno City College in accounting for a little more than 20 years. And so, ladies, it's all yours.
Alrighty, can everyone see this?
We're seeing you.
Okay. I'm Monique Kelly, and I will be one of the co-presenters. And I am sharing my screen, so.
Right, you're good now.
Okay. And basically, we are going to present 4 different ways to embed videos into video. Joellen?
Okay. Our goal for today, see if did they see the screen okay?
They can see the screen, but it's supposed to be shared on my screen.
Oh, okay.
It's supposed to be shared on my screen, so I don't know if they're going to bring it back to me, even though she's speaking.
Okay. Let me try and get this going. The goals for today are to show you 4 different ways, introduce you to 4 different ways to implement quizzes within videos. The methods that we're going to use is Camtasia, My Open Math, Edpuzzle, and Canvas quizzes. Each of these methods feeds the quiz results into the Canvas gradebook. Additionally, we will be sharing our handouts, web links, and videos that we've created for you on our website, and those will be available to you through the Can Innovate 2019 website resources for our presentation.
And back to me. And I don't know if this has ever happened to any of you, but I teach online and face-to-face, and I share quite a bit of videos that I expect students to watch. And it dawned on me maybe about 6 months ago, and I looked at the video count, and I noticed that there was only 4 views of the video. And it kind of startled me because I know 2 of those video views were mine. And so I was trying to figure out, okay, how can I engage the students, make sure that they're watching the videos if I'm not offering points. And so talking to my colleague, Joellen, we went in and she shared what she was doing. I learned about a couple of tools. And so what we're going to do is we're going to actually show you how to do this 4 different ways with the same information. So what we did was we did a planning depreciation schedule, was a video that I created in YouTube. And basically what we did was we used this video and we set up different questions. And in the resource link, you will see that there is a actual document that shows 3 different questions that are asked throughout the video. So what we did was we took this information and we did it 4 different ways. So Joellen's going to start with options 1 and option 3, which is Camtasia and My Open Math. And then I will go ahead and continue with the other 2 options, Edpuzzle and Canvas. And hopefully you were able to download the handouts for the presentation on our website so you can follow along and note your questions and so forth. So Joellen?
Yes, the bit.ly link that you see on the screen is a link towards the website that we created for this presentation. It has all our handouts, as she mentioned. So we're going to take a look at first Camtasia. Camtasia is a software that's created by TextMath. It's a very rich video editing software, and it has many features that'll make creating videos very entertaining. To implement the quizzes in your video, you must first have a video file, and that file has to be on the hard drive. If you don't, it'll give you a warning that the process may crash. You go ahead and according to the video plan, you place the questions at various points in your video by using modify, and then you insert video quizzing. The different types of questions you can ask on the Camtasia is that we use with multiple choice, but there are other options available to you. Once you save your project and you share it, and it creates a SCORM file. Based on that, you go back to your Canvas course, go to settings, under navigation, you're gonna go through and select SCORM and make it active. Once you make the SCORM active and save the settings, you can click on SCORM, upload your SCORM zip file and make it live. And then you also have a choice of whether it's going to be graded or it's not. If it's graded, the grade for that particular video quiz is going to be integrated into the Canvas gradebook. The necessary software to use is, I used, as I said, you have to have the video on your hard drive. And in order to do that, I had to have some software which would download it from YouTube. I asked Monique, who's the author of the video, if I could do so. And that's important because certain videos are copyrighted, and you want the author to agree to the fact that you're using it. And Televisar is a software I use to download the video. And then I use Camtasia, and that it's good for 2004 or later. And for us, Camtasia at Fresno City College is available to all instructors. But if you must purchase it, it's $249. The different type of questions in Camtasia is multiple choice, fill in the blank, short answer, and true or false. This link right here will take you to a video of exactly how to create a quiz within a Camtasia video. The pros for creating a quiz in Camtasia is it is a very rich software editing program. You can crop things, you can pull in different shapes, you can zoom, and you can do a variety of different things with your video. However, you must download the video to your hard drive in order to use this, the quizzing feature. And as a result, it will take more time. And if you don't have access to the software through your school, it is a bit pricey. The other method I want to talk about is My Open Math. It's an open education resource program. And this link will take you to My Open Math. I know it says My Open Math, but My Open Math started with creating assessments for chemistry. And there are a number of different database questions that you can create within My Open Math. The way I did inserted the video quizzes questions into the video was first I created my account as a teacher account. I created a course, and then I created the questions that I wanted to insert into the video. Once I had the questions I wanted to insert into the video, I created what is called a video cue assignment. And then when I created the course, they gave me some information to allow me to link the course to Canvas. So I kept that information. After I created the assessment within My Open Math, I exported it as a Canvas export file. I went to Canvas. I activated the My Open Math app. And then once that was saved, I went in and imported the Canvas export package, placed it within the course, and I was good to go. The pros is that they allow you to do anything that you can think about as far as a question and how it can be created. you can do this in MyOpenMath. It's a free account. The software can be used to track student data. You can also track whether your videos are actually being viewed. The cons is that right now they only allow you to use YouTube videos. Okay, so and because it has such a wide variety of questions that you can put together, there is a bit of a learning curve associated with that. And now Monique will do Edpuzzle. And I'm going to stop sharing. Monique, I can't hear you. You're muted. Cheryl?
Yeah, I'm trying to unmute her too. Hold on, peeps. Monique, can you hear us?
She's still muted.
Shake your head because you're still muted. Okay, let's try over here.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Okay, sorry about that. All right, so Edpuzzle is the option that I use in my online classes. And basically how it works is you create an Edpuzzle account. It's a free account. And then once you create the account, it's web-based, and hopefully you got a chance to look at the resource link, and it has an actual handout that will walk you through step-by-step on how to create an account. And then the tricky part that I had to learn this past summer was how to activate the Edpuzzle in Canvas. There is a process where you have to actually activate the special unique codes for Edpuzzle, so it will integrate with your campus's Canvas account website. And then after you do that, what you'll do is create an assignment with video and side of the Edpuzzle, and then you will go ahead and assign it to your students within the course shell for Canvas. Now, in the process, I discovered that Edpuzzle did allow you to crop the video. So if you have a long video or you only want a segment of the video, you can actually chop off the first portion of the video, and then say you want to start it in 2 minutes into the video, and then you can chop off the end. It doesn't have the same level of flexibility in terms of editing, but you can crop beginning and end. And of course, it's free, so that's a great pro right there. And then the other thing is it allows you to track the students' progress on the assignment, so you can check to see if anyone is actually working on it, and there's no little kitty cats laying down on that keyboard when they're supposed to be watching the video. And one of the major cons I found with Edpuzzle is that it does require the activation. So it is a third party. So you're not completely dependent on Canvas. You got to get Canvas and Edpuzzle to work together. It did take a little bit more time to create. Once you actually create the assignment, you can use it for multiple semesters or multiple courses and so forth. But initially you want to set it up, and it just takes a little time in the beginning. And the other item is I did find this past semester, I do allow unlimited attempts when they're doing the video assignments. And even though Canvas allows unlimited attempts, Edpuzzle only allows you to basically one chance, and you have to actually go in there and manually reset. And if you have a large group of students, this could be a very tedious process if you allow them to retake it. And then, of course, the Canvas quiz option. With Canvas quiz option is pretty much, you can just create a quiz in Canvas. And then in that quiz in Canvas, you're going to embed in the instructions the actual video, and then put questions related to that video. And you can use Creative Commons, where I do a lot of sharing with videos with my colleagues, or I get other videos, quizzes that are already created, and you can just basically build a library of those for your subject matter. And then at the end, it's really simple. All you're doing is putting directions into the, you're putting the directions to view the video and then answer the questions.
Just one sec. There seems to be a lot of chitter chatter in the chat and questions, and they were wondering if they're going to actually see some examples.
Okay, so what we do have the resource page link, and a couple of you, I noticed you were able to register for the actual class. We did set up 2 classes, so everyone should have access to this from their resource link. It's available on the @ONE site for resources, but it's also available on our website. So you can do it now. We just didn't want to lose our audience, but you can self-enroll into those 2 classes in either place. So I can actually show what it looks like for the Edpuzzle method. If you go ahead and click on once you self-enroll, this is the actual teacher's view. And I do have a student's view, but you'll see the Edpuzzle option. And you'll notice it is an assignment. And if you click on the option 2 Edpuzzle video option, it will show you what the instructor sees. I'll take a moment while it's loading. And here's the actual assignment. And since these are like students that are participating, these are not my actual students. So this is those folks out here that have registered for the class. You'll see right here that it shows the progress, and Happy Gilmore is actually me. I actually took it 4 hours ago just so you could see what it looks like when a student progresses. You'll see it says prevent skipping, turn on closed caption, go live if I wanted to do this in class. And then I see all the information.
Excuse me, Monique, I'm so sorry. I can't read and move around the same time. They're not seeing your screen.
They're not seeing my screen.
No, we see view options here.
So, okay, I shared. I think you're showing Joe Ellen's screen.
Well, she has, Joe Ellen, darling, you can unshare.
So I'll just, okay, can they see my screen now?
I see you.
But you don't see my screen.
No. You have 2 monitors?
Yes, I have 2 monitors, but I'm only sharing the main monitor.
Okay. Give it another try.
Okay, so we'll go back. And share.
It's one thing I can't do remotely.
Here, share. Can you see now?
It just says view options here. Now it went to the Canvas page.
Okay.
There we go. Yay.
So now I need to go back since I didn't get a chance to show everyone this. But this is for those people that ahead of time enrolled into the class. You will see the Edpuzzle and the Canvas quiz option. If I go back to my dashboard, again, I'm on the @ONE course page. So anyone who did the self-enrollment, you should be able to access this. And you'll see a course for options 1 and 3, which include the options for the Camtasia, which is 1, the My Open Math, which is 3, and then the option 2 will include the information for Edpuzzle, and then the 4th one, which will be the quiz option. So I'm going to click on option 2 and 4, course MK, and you will see the assignment that I was discussing for Edpuzzle. And for the Edpuzzle, I'm going to click on it so you can see what it looks like inside of Canvas. While it's pulling that up, I actually have a link open to Edpuzzle, the actual software, where you do have to sign up. And you'll notice here that this is an account that I have exclusively for Edpuzzle, but it is an account I had to set up for @ONE. And right here on the far right, you'll see my content. And these are video assignments I already have under this account. And what you will do, I did not do this for my Fresno City College account because it is live, it has student data and so forth. I didn't want to mix the 2 accounts, but I don't have one, but this will be the name of your school. And if you go and click on the profile picture, you will be taken into the details, and you'll click on your name. My name is Monique Kelly. Click on that. And you'll notice that it has account, settings, school, plan. I have the free plan, but the school, if I click on the school, you'll notice down here that this is where you can change the name of your school. On my main account, it has the actual college that I teach at. For those that teach at multiple campuses where they have separate Canvas URLs, you will actually, I find it better to actually have a separate account for each one because each one has their own unique website. So if you scroll down a little bit further, you're going to see LMS for our learning management system. We're going to select Canvas. They have Moodle, Schoology, a couple of others, but we're going to select Canvas. And this is where you're going to put in your actual school's URL. So you'll notice this is the @oneinstructure.com website. Here at Fresno City College, we use State Center Community College district, and then we go ahead and you'll see the consumer key, the shared secrets, and this is unique to each school. And this is where it will take you through the process of how to activate these codes within Canvas. And I'll go ahead and show you. I know we have a couple more minutes. If you go to the instructor's account, again, it's already set up, but for the very first time, you're going to have to go to settings. And this is done initially for your course so that you will have that Edpuzzle option because it's not a default for those people that set up their accounts. So you'll notice you got your course details, sections, navigations, apps. If you click on the apps, this is where you can install additional features and software to enhance your Canvas account. So right now I have it clicked on all, so it's going to take a while to process. But what you can do is type in Edpuzzle, spell it out, and it should bring it up as possible apps. And you'll see here it says installed. But for those of you that are doing it the first time in your course, it will probably not be installed. And then that's when you're going to have to go toggle back and forth and make sure you set up the consumer keys and the shared secrets. And again, we provided this in detailed instructions because we don't have enough time to actually go through the process. But if you click on the Edpuzzle handout from the website, it'll take you step by step by step, and you will be able to follow along, activate your account, set up your account, and then you should be ready to roll and sign it to your students. So that, yes.
Yeah, in addition to that, we've also created 2 videos to take you step by step on how to create it in Camtasia and MyOpenMath.
And the videos can be found right here. So the implementing quizzes for Camtasia, option 1, implementing quizzes for MyOpenLab, and it will take a little bit of time, but it's only to set it up. And then once you have that ready to go, then all you have to do is assign it into Canvas, and then you'll find out that with the Canvas quiz option, you'll have a little bit more room in terms of attempts. However, less flexibility in cropping the videos as you can in Edpuzzle or Camtasia. And then the other option is to, of course, you can look at sharing it with colleagues who teach in your same discipline. And what we wanted to show you was, hopefully everybody is now in the courses. We wanted to show you kind of how it looks from the gradebook side. And if you go to the courses, you should be able to see a link that says grades. Now the view that you're looking at, and I'll go ahead and pull it out. I have to switch. The view that you're looking at is actually the students. This is what it looks like for the faculty side. Again, these are all participants. No, these are not actual students. And then the other option you'll see is that on my screen as the instructor, I have an added navigation option. It says Edpuzzle. And the students will not have this option. And then it basically allows me to see in Canvas what's going on in my course. So if I go back to not Canvas, I'm sorry, Edpuzzle, I misspoke. Edpuzzle, you'll see that I have my classes, and on the far left-hand side, it says Course MK. This is the actual course, and it shows that I have one of 26 people who actually completed the assignment. And I did want to show one item for the students, so I'm going to share a different screen with you. So bear with me.
Can I go ahead and share with
yes.
my open mouth and also for Camtasia?
Okay.
You need to stop sharing and I'll share.
Okay, Cynthia, can you give her rights to, okay, here goes.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay. This is what it looks like for Camtasia. If you log into this course, let me just make it full screen. This is what you'll see as a student when you log in. And when you start the video, the first thing they're going to do is ask you to put your first and your last name here and your email address. And what's going to happen here is right now you even get the understanding that somehow somebody is tracking something that you do, okay? So if you look at the little circles under the bottom, that's where I've inserted various questions. And if you click on that question, it'll give you what it would look like. And then you also have a choice on feedback as well. And that feedback, if it's if they finish, you can say, and it's correct, fantastic. If not, you can ask them to go back and to review. So you can, they can view their answers, they can continue. In Camtasia, you have to set how much of the video they must look at in order to get credit for the quiz that they've done. So that's for Camtasia. When I'm looking at my open math, this one has a little bit of a different format or screen setting. As you can see on the left-hand side, this tells you you can jump to those questions. So this is what it would look like in my open math. The only thing is you can jump to these questions. So if you don't want your students to be able to jump around, then that is that's something that you would have a problem with, because it's gonna record everything. If they only get 2 questions, it'll record that and so on. This is an example of after they look at the video, actually getting another question and applying that and entering all the information in. And they would be able to, you would be able to see it in the grade book. Okay, so I really like my open math. There is a bit of a learning curve, and this is what you would see from the student side. When you did the My Open Math quiz and when you did the Camtasia quiz, what you got, okay? Did you want to show some more, Monique?
Yes.
Okay.
Ladies, we have about 3 more minutes before the questions, and there's a ton of questions for you guys. So
okay.
About 2 more minutes.
2 more minutes, all righty.
You could share.
And I'll share the student view. So I'm going to show you Happy Gilmore's account. Now, again, this is the Edpuzzle and the Canvas quiz option, but this time we're looking at it from the student side. And I'm going to click on the assignment for the Ed puzzle, and you'll notice that this student started the assignment, and it's still loading. So as it's loading, it's actually integrating. This is one of the disadvantages with a third-party software, but you'll notice that it has the actual video assignment here. It has a place where to do. This student has only done 2 of the 3 questions. So you'll notice here that there's green and green. That means that student has already completed that part, but they have 1 more question to go. So if I go ahead and click on play, what it'll do, it'll go where they left off. It'll start taking them through the video, and then it'll eventually get to the actual question. And of course, it has closed caption, so you can actually see the closed caption of the videos as the student is watching along. And then what will happen is, and I'm trying to get it to work while it's live. What'll happen is they will ask you the question. And let's see, it's freezing on my system. Well, it'll ask you the question, and then the student will be able to view their performance on the assignment in the back end.
Cool. How about, are you ready?
Yes. And we have a couple of items that we would like you to do on your own, and they're pretty much challenge items. And I will share the screen as Cheryl will give us our first question.
All righty then. Let's see. We have quite an active little question and area group. Okay, so the very first one. Let me go back to the bottom a little bit where there were earlier questions. Okay, so what does the integration of Ed Puzzle and Canvas allow you to do?
It allows you to track the actual performance of the students in the gradebook.
Mm-hmm.
It also allows you to monitor the progress. So when you click on Ed Puzzle, that was where you can see, and if I click on the actual assignment, I can see what stage the students are in, and then it allows you to reset a student's attempt, and I can just do that by clicking on that particular student, and then I don't have to worry about doing grades, have 2 separate platforms going on in one place, and I can use the Canvas features.
Very good. Okay, let's see. The next, wondering about SCORM integration in Canvas. I'm assuming wasn't specific. Tom asked the question.
When you integrate SCORM, if you go to the handout for Camtasia, it'll show you how to create the SCORM file. SCORM is already, you don't have to worry about going to the apps. It's already part of Canvas. So all you have to do is go to the navigational menu and then pull SCORM up into the active menu and save it. And then once you click on that, once you've created your SCORM file, you just upload it and tell whether or not you want it to be graded and click the go button. You're ready to go. Just place it where you would place any other assignment.
Great. Okay, here's another one. Do you find that one of these methods of integrating video works better with Canvas than another as a part of a weekly module flow?
I would say I haven't used all 4 of them. I haven't used my Open Math Lab, or I'm sorry, my Open Math. And of the Camtasia and the Ed Puzzle and the Canvas quizzes, I think the option that works best for me is Ed Puzzle. Mm-hmm. I do like the fact that I already have a lot of things already set up with Canvas, and it's kind of hard to go through and integrate, but once you do it, it's going to be done. But I prefer using Ed Puzzle of those 3 choices.
Okay.
I have used Camtasia, and it works quite well.
Very good. Okay, let's see. How about another one? I know that Ed Puzzle allows you to embed questions at any point in the video and the students have to answer them in order to continue watching. Can you also do this with My Open Math and Camtasia, or the questions are available after watching the whole video?
In My Open Math, you saw where they had on the left side the 4 questions that were embedded into the video. And so if they wanted to, they can click on each one of those questions. They can look at the video, and at the time, I think I'm answering your question. Can you repeat it?
I think they were just wondering, it says, can you also do that with My Open Math Lab and Camtasia? But also, are the questions available after watching the whole video?
Yeah, you can look at your answers. It says view your results in Camtasia. And also in my Open Math, they have a place for you to view your results.
Okay, let me see if we go down the other one. Bob Nash has asked, has anyone tested the accessibility of these applications? And if so, can you please share? Oh, stump the pandas early.
Well, the access way, yes, one thing that I did find that when you're setting up your content, you want to make sure that you select the closed caption option. And I had to keep selecting it. And then one of the things I ended up having to do was change it as I created the assignment. So once I go into my classes and then the actual assignment itself, you can do an edit, and but it makes it easier for your profile if you just set it up as CC. The other thing is when for closed caption and as default green for closed caption, and then the other thing is for the Canvas in the quiz part, I found that there might be issues when I did the checker and the links because I'm not able to crop the video. So I'll start it like 30 seconds in or a minute in, and then it doesn't pick up on the link. So I guess if a reader is not picking up exactly where it starts, it may not be exactly accessible for that Canvas quiz.
Okay, well, I'm assuming that's a bigger, larger issue. And if you have any questions about accessibility, then you can send them to the ladies and then we'll disperse them. Let's see what the last one here. Well, we have a couple more. Let's see, I'm getting down to the bottom. Oh, this is fun. Oh, it just popped up. Somebody just did another question. Oh, God. Where'd it go? All right, how about this? Have you seen any issues with Edpuzzle Canvas integration on a mobile device? My colleague tried Canvas Studio this week and it didn't work on smartphones. Kept going. Okay, so anyway, have you seen any challenges on a mobile device with Edpuzzle?
I have not tried it on the mobile device. I recommend to my students to use it on a PC or a Mac, but I did experience some problems with selecting Chrome versus Firefox on a PC. And I think the issue, when I contacted the support, it has an issue to do with when you do the initial sync where you sync the two products together. And what I had done is I actually saw 2 instances of Edpuzzle. So trying to recreate the videos, I had actually made it twice. And so as a result, it didn't know which app or which Edpuzzle version to use. And then it was not syncing or linking for the actual assignment. And so I had to delete everything and then start all over to get it to work.
Let's see, we have probably, oh, here's an easy one maybe. What kind of question types are available in Edpuzzle?
We have the multiple choice, the true false, and if you go to just going to a content, let's see.
Content page.
And then selecting one, let's see. You can go, and select one, click on the button
Mm-hmm.
and go to edit. And this is already an existing assignment, but if you click on quizzes, and I already have some questions added in here.
Okay.
And then, let's see. Oh, I need to make it first. I need to make a copy because I can't edit an existing one. So let me go finish. I know we have like 1 minute left. And true and false, but it doesn't have as many options as Camtasia.
Okay.
So
Now, don't they just have true and false, multiple choice, fill in the blank, and short answers?
yes.
That's about the same.
And then here's the item I was talking about earlier, prevent skipping, and default, you should have that turn on closed caption so they're able to view that on the actual video itself.
Okay, we have time for one more. From Allison, learning new technologies looks like a lot of work, but convinced me that these programs are more effective than using the quiz feature in Canvas and creating my own videos with captions.
I use Camtasia quizzes to do the following. I taught computer science, and so I would do something like a practice with me to make sure they understood the concepts, and I would talk about the concepts, and then I would have a video quiz pop up, or before you see it in Camtasia, you have a choice to view it or continue. So at that particular point in time, they can go back and do the same thing you've asked them to do and then enter their answers. So that is a way of checking that they understand it. And also it gives them an opportunity for you to, if you wanted to do something like a mastery within your course, where if they scored a certain percentage on viewing the video, maybe they don't have to do a particular project, or maybe they don't have to do all the homework, maybe some of the homework. You could integrate it that way.
Perfect. Well, this is so sad, but we're out of time and we're going to get kicked out of the room. I really appreciate you all for hanging out with us, and make sure you go get the resources. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.